Yo, how you guys doing out there today? This is Stephanie Jimenez from the Roto Beast team, and I'm here to present your NBA picks for Christmas Day. Before I get into it, let me just make sure and let you guys all know. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Thank you for supporting my channel. Yeah, so I mean, if you're new to this channel, please make sure and click the subscribe button below so you can watch all of our NFL and NBA videos daily. Please make sure and click the like button on this video. Make sure and have a very Merry Christmas. So let's just jump into this slate and get these Christmas Day picks out the way so we can get our lineups in early and move on with our family and friends the rest of the day. So first, we'll start off with the Cavs going into Golden State to face the Warriors without Curry. This game has a 221 implied total. Golden State is favored by 4. This game is pretty much the primetime game everybody's going to really be watching and looking forward to. Next, we'll talk about the Rockets going into OKC. This is probably the second best game of the day. This game has a 214.5 implied total. Houston's favored by 4. Then we got we got the Timberwolves going into LA to face the Lakers. This game has a 213.5 implied total. Minnesota is favored by 3. We got the 76ers going into the Garden in New York to face the Knicks. This game has a 212 implied total, and New York is favored by 3. The last game that we're going to quickly talk about is going to be the Wizards going into Boston to face the struggling Celtics. This game has a 204 implied total, and Boston is favored by 5. So let's jump right into it. Been killing on NBA, by the way. Last week I made almost 6,000 just last week alone. Hold on for me 1 second. I went to the wrong slate. Sorry about that. So we got NBA main slate. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. So we'll start at point guard. Easy. Westbrook 11-5. Super up-tempo game against the Rockets. A lot of three-pointers are going to be shot in this game. Westbrook's been picking it up in the past 5 games. He's got you at least 58, which is very encouraging. No Chris Paul in this game, I'm guessing. So I really like Westbrook a lot, especially if he's going to get guarded by Harden a little bit. Like, come on, man, this guy's going to be a really, really good play. There's tons of big-time names to pay up for on this slate, but I think he's one of the top 3 to definitely look at tomorrow. Then we got Kyrie. The Celtics are struggling a little bit. That's obvious. Last game, he only played 27 minutes. He went off for 44 fantasy points. He's kind of putting the team on his back. He scored at least 40 fantasy points in the past 3 games. For him to have value, you need about 44. On Christmas, primetime game, I really like him going against John Wall. I think he's going to be very solid in this game. Then we got John Wall on the other side. His price is too low for John Wall. I understand he's up and down right now, but the minutes have been up and down. He's on a rest. This is Christmas Day. I expect him to get mid 30 minutes in this, big time game against Boston. They're fighting to show who's the best in the East, other than the Cavs. So I really like John Wall in this matchup. Then we got T going against the Lakers without Alonzo Ball. The reason I bring up Lonzo Ball is he's actually a pretty good defender. At the point guard position, he's going to be out, so he's not going to be facing him. Teague, he's a solid player. I really like Teague a lot. He's been playing very well for the Timberwolves. Another thing that we like about Timberwolves starters. Not only are they going against the Lakers in an up-tempo game, but their coach likes to play them a lot of minutes. They usually see minimum of in the 30 minutes every single game. Last guy I'm going to quickly talk about at point guard is going to be, where's he at? We got Jose Calderon. He's actually playing quite, decent. He's averaging 20, low 20 minutes. For the, look at this. He's getting 24, 33, a 14 kind of down, 17, 20, 20. For him to have value, all you need is 20. So on the cheaper end, if you kind of want to plug somebody in, just take a wild card on him. I do like him. I think he can definitely get you close to value. The Warriors, they're probably going to have McCall or Livingston starting. So it's not the most horrible matchup. So I do like Calderon. Then we'll go to shooting guard. We'll start with Harden. primetime game against Westbrook. He scored 50 the past 2 games. No Chris Paul. I mean, somebody's going to have to try to stop him. They're probably going to try to put Roberson on him. James Harden, the ball's going to be in his hand, you know, a lot of the game, especially if Chris Paul's out, which, like I said, I think he's going to be. I think he's going to have a monster game. You need 60 for him to hit value. I definitely think he's going to get close to it tomorrow. I really like Harden. He's always the top shooting guard anytime he's on the slate. We'll talk about Bill going against Boston. I mean, he's had a couple of tough games, but before that, I mean, he had a stretch of getting pretty much 40 every single night. His price has dropped a little bit. He's only 7,600. So for him to hit value, you need about 36, 37. He's averaging 36 fantasy points on the game. Going against Boston in a big time East showdown. I like Bill. We got Clay. 7,000. You need 35 for him to hit value. Even though Draymond's back, Clay's still, getting his. He's going to get his pretty much as long as Curry's out. Those shots are going to go to Clay and Durant. So I really like him going against the Cavs. Cavs, they do struggle against the guard position. So Clay on Christmas, I could definitely see a big time match, big time performance from him. We got Wiggins going against my Lakers. Wiggins is a baller. One thing about him is he's a little bit more scoring dependent. His price has dropped a little bit, though. For him to hit value, you need about 28. He's averaging 28 on the season. Up-tempo game against the Lakers. I really like Wiggins in this matchup. Then we got, Eric Gordon. If Chris Paul's out, he's playing massive minutes, 35 plus in 3 straight games. He's got you at least 31 in 3 straight games. A guy, OKC, it's going to be an up-tempo game. He's going to be firing shots. There's going to be a lot of shots going both ways. I love Eric Gordon if he's starting again tomorrow for the Rockets. Then we got, I'm going to put these guys in the same category. Clarkson, we don't know what's going to happen with Alonzo Ball out. If Clarkson starts tomorrow, he's pretty much going to be a lock and load at 4,000 if he's going to get high 20 minutes. If they choose to go with Hart, 3,800, even a little bit less. That's starting instead because they want him to run the minutes. He's going to be a really good play. So just keep an eye on the Lakers news. Hopefully. We probably won't get something in the morning, but hopefully we do, just to kind of give us a general idea of who's supposed to start. I'm going to take a look a little bit more into it tonight, but I like both of those guys if we get news ahead of time. The big decision is going to be LeBron or James going back and forth against each other. This guy's just been dominating for the most part since, Curry's been out. He's getting a lot more scoring opportunities. He's had duds in 2 of the past 3 games. He only got you 35 and 36. But look what else he's been doing. 69, 71, 60, 51, 75, 66. So, I like him. Primetime matchup against LeBron. One thing I will note, though, is usually LeBron against Durant, James usually gets the better end of the matchup. But Durant's a really good play. Then you got LeBron on the other side. He's going to play the minutes. He's going to do everything he can to win this game. I really like LeBron tomorrow. I'm going to just be honest with you. I like LeBron a lot in this matchup. Then we got Jimmy Butler against the Lakers. His price dropped a little bit for him. 8,700 for him to hit value. We need about 43. I definitely could see him getting there against the Lakers. We take a lot of threes. It's going to be a really up-tempo game. So I like Jimmy Butler if you want to pay down a little bit compared to the bigger names. Paul George as well. He's been picking it up a little bit. I played him last game. He got me 56. I was very happy with this. He's starting to get back on a roll. He's got you at least 33 in 3 of the past 4. For him to hit value, you need about 37, 38. That's pretty much what he's averaging on Christmas. He's a big-time player. So I like him going against the Rockets. It's going to be a very up-tempo game. He can get a couple extra steals. So definitely take a look at Paul George. Then I'm going to quickly talk about Ariza. He doesn't do nothing special, but he's playing massive minutes. Look at this. He's got 40-plus minutes in 5 straight games. He's scoring the ball. He's getting some rebounds, filling up the stat sheet. Like I said, I mean, not doing nothing special. He showed us against the Lakers 49-point upside. I can't expect that. But for his price tag, you need about 27. He's averaging 25 on the season. I definitely think he can hit value, get you very close tomorrow in a big time game against OKC. Now we'll move on to power forward. Ben Simmons. I like him even more if Embiid's out. This young guy's playing, he's playing very well. I mean, he's had a couple back-to-back down games. For his standards, we're used to him, getting in the 40s fantasy-wise. But against New York, I think they're a terrible team in my opinion. 9,400 for him to hit value. You need about 40. We need about, well, it's actually kind of a big number. We need about 47 from him. I mean, he can get there. He's got there plenty of times this season. He's averaging 44 fantasy points on the season. But I do think he is a little bit more of a GPP play. I would definitely prefer to pay it elsewhere. But he's a solid play still. Porzingis going against Philly. Big men have been killing Philly. Porzingis, he had a down game. He got hurt. He finally came back. He only scored 1 point against Boston, 6.5. He bounced back great against Detroit. Played 38 minutes, got 29 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block for 46 fantasy points. His price is down a little bit. For him to hit value, you need about 44. I like him. Going against the 76ers, this is an up-tempo game for New York. So definitely take a look at Porzingis. You can look at Kuzma. His price is up a little bit. I don't know if I'm really going to go that route, but he's a solid play. I like Draymond. Primetime game on national TV. This is a game everybody's going to be watching. Since coming back from injury, he's scored. He's played at least 30 minutes a game. And fantasy wise, he's got us at least 35. At this price tag, we do need about 43. I definitely think he's gonna, get up for this game tomorrow on Christmas Day, and he can have a really good game. I could definitely see him getting a triple double. I really like Draymond. Then we got Carmelo. I mean, I think Carmelo is just too cheap, to be honest with you. 6.2 for him to hit value, you need 31. I mean, he's got you at least 27 the past 3 on Christmas Day. Like I said, big time players usually come out when the lights shine. I like him here. Going against the Rockets, it's gonna be a very up tempo game. I really like Carmelo. I think he is a little bit more of a GPP play, but you could consider him at his price tag and possibly playing him in cash. He is averaging 30 fantasy points on the season. You need 31 for value, so definitely take a look at Carmelo. We got Gibson. I like big men against LA. Gibson, he's one of those rare, big men that get massive minutes. He's playing mid 30 minutes on pretty much every game. I think he gives you, especially against the Lakers, at least a floor, I would say, of what he's averaging, about 27 fantasy points. I definitely think he's going to hit that at least tomorrow against the Lakers, and that's what you need pretty much for him to hit value. So I really like Gibson. I think he's one of my favorite players at power forward. Then you got Bell. I mean, he's been starting at center. I could definitely see him starting again against Kevin Love. Tomorrow, you do want the minutes to be up a little bit more for a starter, but he's been playing very well. The past 2 games, he's got you at least 30. He's got you 30, numerous times. This season since when he gets the minutes. So I do like Bell. For him to hit value, you need about 24, 25. And if he starts again, I definitely take a look at him on the lower end. We'll go to center. Embiid, if he's back, I could see him doing good against Cantor in New York, but I don't know what his situation is, if he's going to be back. We'll see if it comes out before lock. If he's back, he'll be a solid GPP play. I would prefer to go with Karl-Anthony Towns for 100 less. The minutes are there. He's playing massive minutes. The Lakers absolutely struggle against big men. I think he's going to crush us tomorrow. That's my team. Lakers are my team, but man, this guy's in a very, 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 very good position. So I really like Towns. I think he's a guy that you could definitely pay up for. He's probably going to be 5% owned, and he could go off and win you a tournament. So look at Karl-Anthony Towns. Kevin Love. Been playing well. You need 40 for him to hit value. He's got you at least 37 the past 3. Big time game. I like him. I like him in this matchup against the Warriors. I think if he's going to be going against Bell, I think that's a solid matchup for him. Bell isn't too big. So I think he'll be a good play. Horford, 7,000. He's just too cheap. You need 35 for him to hit value. He's averaging 34 on the season. There's not much to say. He's just very consistent. I definitely like Al Horford. especially in an up-tempo game against the Wizards. I like Adams a lot. If Capella's out, then I think Adams is even in a better spot. Up-tempo game against Houston, there's going to be a lot of three-pointer shot and a lot of rebounds for him to get. He's one of those big men that he does get, usually 30 minutes a game. He's averaging 30 fantasy points on the game this season. For him to hit value, you need about 33. So I definitely like Adams. Then we got Randall, GPP play only. You need 30 for him to hit value. I definitely think he can get there. It's all about if he gets his minutes. So take a look at Randall against the Timberwolves. Got Gortat. He's just too cheap. For him to hit value, you need 22. He's been struggling a little bit. It's all about if he gets minutes. But going against Boston, Al Horford, they're going to need him to play minutes. So I definitely think Gortat's solid, cheaper in play. So yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at for this video. All right, so let me just kind of go through 5 plays that I'm really liking tomorrow. It's going to be tough. You're going to have to, wiggle some stuff around. I definitely like, the Durants and the Westbrooks and the LeBrons, but, it's going to be tough. And I think that you could definitely get away with more of a balanced lineup on this slate. So I'm going to start out with a point guard. I like Teague. He's a great spot against the Lakers. Oh, see, I would love, and you want to pay up for Harden as well. It's going to be tough to pay up. You're going to have to pay up somewhere. Let me just kind of go. Boom, I like him a lot. Then I'm going to say I really like Horford in this spot. So now we got 6,800. Do we want to go with Harden or do we want to go with one of these guys? I'm going to have to go with Harden. Up-tempo game. He's on fire right now. You got 5,700 to play with. If you want to get a little bit more exposure to the Houston game, you can go like this. Kind of mess with it. 5,200. But this is something I think is definitely doable. It's kind of still balanced, but you're paying up somewhere. So yeah, hey, let's get it tomorrow. Have a Merry Christmas. If you want to talk about somebody, there's a lot of ways you can go on this slate. So hit me up and we can talk about it. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.